There is a power in understanding that wealth, true wealth, is not measured by the weight of your wallet or the glint of your possessions. It's not about the size of the house you live in, the car you drive, or the number of zeros on your bank statement. No, real richness is something far more profound, far more internal. It's about not needing much. When you grasp this, you begin to see the world differently, and your life changes forever. The journey to becoming rich, not just in money, but in spirit, in freedom, and peace, begins with your mind. The way you think about getting rich will determine how you live, how you grow, and how far you will rise. If you want to be truly wealthy, you must first change yourself. You must rebuild your thoughts from the ground up, like an architect designing a masterpiece from an empty canvas. Too many chase riches as if they were a prize at the end of a race, never realizing that the race itself is rigged unless you master your own mind and your own habits. Richness isn't about accumulation. It's about liberation. The freedom from dependency on things that control your happiness. When you free yourself from needing external validation, from craving more than you need, you step into a power that cannot be taken from you. This power starts with your attitude. Your attitude is the lens through which you view every opportunity and every obstacle. It is the architect of your destiny. You see, attitude is more than just optimism or positivity. It is the unshakable resolve to face life's storms without losing your inner calm, without surrendering your dreams to fear or doubt. When you cultivate an attitude of resilience, gratitude, and possibility, you are setting a foundation for wealth that no economic downturn can erase. Remember this: your circumstances don't create your attitude creates your circumstances. So when life knocks you down, when failure stares you in the eye, when the world seems to say no, your attitude will be the force that pushes you back up. It's the voice inside you that says, I will try again, I will learn, I will grow. And that attitude breeds a mindset that is not bound by the limits others impose. The mindset of the rich is not about what they have, but about who they are becoming. It's a mindset that embraces discipline, that understands the power of delayed gratification. Every choice you make today shapes the future you live tomorrow. Do not be fooled by instant pleasures or fleeting comforts. The truly rich understand the art of patience and the value of persistence. They know that every small act of self-control is a brick laid in the foundation of a life worth living. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a gift you give to your future self. It is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. Without discipline, talent and opportunity are wasted. You must be relentless in your commitment to yourself. Build routines that nurture your growth. Wake up with purpose. Feed your mind with knowledge. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Discipline your thoughts to reject excuses and embrace responsibility. This is how you build a fortress of success that no external force can penetrate. But discipline alone is not enough if you do not communicate with clarity and conviction, first to yourself, then to the world. Communication is more than words. It is the vehicle for your dreams to take flight. When you learn to communicate effectively, you create relationships that elevate you. You influence others not by manipulation, but by authenticity and respect. Speak the language of possibility. Tell yourself the stories that empower rather than diminish. When doubt whispers in your ear, respond with truth and courage. Share your vision boldly, because the world responds to clarity and confidence. Through communication, you invite opportunity, forge alliances, and build trust. It is the thread that weaves together your inner world with the outer reality. Yet, even with the right attitude, discipline, and communication, the core of your richness lies in your mindset, the way you think about yourself, your worth, and your place in this vast universe. You must begin to see yourself as a person of value, worthy of success and happiness. Let go of limiting beliefs that chain you to mediocrity. Refuse to be the victim of circumstance. Instead, embrace the role of creator in your own life story. Your mindset is the soil from which all growth springs. If you plant seeds of scarcity, fear, and doubt, you will reap a harvest of struggle and disappointment. But if you plant seeds of abundance, hope, and courage, your life will blossom in ways you never imagined. Remember, your mind is a garden. Tend it with care. Water it with knowledge and positivity. Weed out the lies you tell yourself. Richness is born here, in the fertile ground of your thinking. Living positively is not a naive denial of hardship. It is a conscious decision to find meaning and opportunity in every moment. Life will always throw challenges your way, but your response is your power. Choose to see setbacks as lessons, failures as feedback, and obstacles as stepping stones. When you live with positivity, you become a beacon in a world often shrouded in darkness. People will be drawn to your light. You will attract the resources, ideas, and support needed to thrive. Positivity is a force multiplier. It amplifies your efforts and fuels your journey. It also strengthens your resilience, making you unbreakable in the face of adversity. And as you cultivate positivity, you become a better person every day, not because you chase perfection, but because you commit to progress. Growth is a daily process of shedding old skin, learning new truths, and expanding your capacity to love, to give, and to create. It means being honest with yourself, owning your mistakes, and choosing humility over pride. It means lifting others as you climb, understanding that true wealth is shared, not hoarded. The measure of a rich life is not in possessions, but in purpose. You become rich by becoming more kind, more patient, more courageous, more disciplined. Each day is an invitation to step closer to the person you are meant to be. Let go of envy, impatience, and blame. These are thieves that rob you of joy and peace. Instead, embrace gratitude, forgiveness, and responsibility. When you do, you align yourself with the forces that create lasting success. You realize that richness is a state of being rooted in contentment, not consumption. There is a sacred paradox in all of this. The less you need, the more you have. The less you depend on external validation, the freer you become. The less you are attached to fleeting pleasures, the deeper your satisfaction grows. When you free yourself from the chains of craving, you discover a wealth that no market crash can erase. This is the wealth that Rohn spoke of when he said, "Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become." Your work is not just to chase riches, but to cultivate the qualities that draw wealth naturally, effortlessly, like a magnet pulls metal. It is the harmony of your inner world that orchestrates the abundance in your outer world. So rise each morning with a vow to enrich your mind, your heart, your habits, and your relationships. Know that your greatest asset is your character. Know that true richness begins with not needing much, but wanting to be more. The path to wealth is the path of transformation, not just of your bank account, but of your soul. The choice is yours. Will you be the person who lets circumstances dictate your life, or will you be the master who commands their own destiny through thought, discipline, attitude, and positive action? Remember, riches come to those who master the art of needing less and becoming more. This is the secret that no one teaches, but every successful person lives by. Wealth is not a place you arrive at, but a state you cultivate. It is freedom. It is peace. It is power. And it is waiting for you inside, in the way you choose to think, to live, and to grow every single day. When you fully awaken to this truth, the entire narrative of your life begins to rewrite itself. The illusions of scarcity dissolve like morning mist under the rising sun. You begin to understand that the pursuit of more money, more things, more recognition is often a distraction, a mirage designed to keep you chasing shadows rather than building substance. True richness is a quiet power, a deep-rooted confidence that no external circumstance can shake. It's the realization that your value is inherent, not something to be earned or measured by external trophies. This inner wealth is what shapes your destiny far beyond what money alone could buy. Every day you face choices that sculpt your future. The temptation to drift with the crowd, to settle for comfort instead of challenge, to seek approval instead of authenticity. These are the crossroads where your richness is forged or forfeited. It takes courage to walk the path less traveled, to embrace discomfort as a teacher rather than a threat. But remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. So too are powerful minds and unshakable spirits. When you decide to rise above the noise and claim your life with purpose, you join the ranks of those who do not just exist but live richly. In the stillness of your mind, there is a battleground where the war for your soul is waged. Thoughts of doubt, fear, and limitation try to invade, convincing you that you are not enough, that the world is against you, but you have the power to repel these invaders. You are the commander of your mental fortress. Every thought you entertain either builds your strength or tears down your resolve. Guard this gate with vigilance. Feed your mind with ideas of abundance, possibility, and growth. Consume wisdom from those who have walked the road before you. But do not become a copy. Let your journey be uniquely yours, shaped by your values, your dreams, and your relentless pursuit of becoming better than yesterday. To think about getting rich is not merely to envision a bank balance. It is to envision the person you must become to deserve that wealth. It is to see clearly the habits you must adopt, the sacrifices you must make, and the mindset you must cultivate. It is to commit to the daily grind with passion, knowing that each small victory compounds into monumental change. Wealth is not a stroke of luck. It is the harvest of consistent effort. So if you desire riches, begin by planting seeds of discipline, integrity, and unwavering commitment. Water these seeds with action and nourish them with patience. Yet, be wary of the trap of attachment. The world is full of those who amass great fortunes only to find themselves empty inside. They confuse possession with peace, accumulation with accomplishment. But richness that fades with the passing seasons is no richness at all. True wealth is the light that shines from within, illuminating your path even when the external world grows dark. It is the calm in the storm, the unshakable faith in your own worth. It is the joy found not in having much but in needing little. This is the ultimate freedom, the final victory over scarcity. Change yourself first, and the world will follow. This is no mere cliche. It is the most profound law of success. Your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits shape your character shapes your destiny. If you want to change your circumstances, change the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you deserve. Break free from the chains of self-doubt and begin to speak words of power and possibility. See yourself as a creator, a builder, a conqueror of your own limitations. With this vision, every obstacle becomes an opportunity to prove your strength and deepen your resolve. Living more positively is not a superficial smile worn like a mask. It is a deep-rooted choice to focus on what nourishes your soul. It is the practice of gratitude in the face of hardship, the discipline to find lessons hidden in failure, and the courage to keep moving forward when the road is rough. Positivity is a muscle that grows stronger with use. When you consistently choose to see the good, you create an energy that attracts more of it. This energy fuels your journey, brightens your days, and inspires those around you. It becomes a ripple effect of hope and possibility, a beacon for your own growth and the growth of others. Each day presents a chance to be a better person, not through grand gestures or dramatic transformations, but through the small, intentional actions that build character. It is in how you respond to challenges, how you treat others, how you hold yourself accountable. The rich life is the life of integrity, generosity, and authenticity. It is a life where your inner values align with your outward actions. This alignment creates a harmony that resonates beyond material wealth, touching every relationship, every endeavor, every moment. In this journey, never underestimate the power of patience. The seed does not become a towering tree overnight. Growth takes time, care, and unwavering faith. When you feel frustrated or tempted to quit, remind yourself that every great achievement in history was once just a dream nurtured by persistent effort. The rich do not give up. They adapt, they learn, they endure. Their mindset is built on long-term vision, not short-term gratification. This vision keeps them steady through storms and steady toward the horizon where their dreams await. Finally, know this. The most profound richness you will ever experience comes not from what you have, but from who you become in pursuit of it. It is the strength you build, the wisdom you gain, and the love you share. It is the freedom to live life on your terms, unshackled by fear, need, or insecurity. To be rich is to be free, free from the chains of want, free to create, free to give, and free to live fully. This is your birthright. This is the promise waiting for you in the quiet depths of your own soul. Choose to claim it today, not tomorrow, because the richest life is lived now in every thought, every choice, every breath. Now, as you stand at this crossroads of understanding, know that the journey ahead is not a straight line, but a winding road of trials, triumphs, and transformation. It will test you in ways that demand more than fleeting motivation. It requires the unyielding commitment of your soul. Because the truth is, wanting to be rich, truly rich, is to want to transcend the ordinary. It is to refuse to be a passive passenger in the vehicle of life, and instead take the wheel with firm hands and a steady heart. This requires clarity of purpose and an unbreakable resolve to cultivate the qualities within yourself that no one can ever take away. You must become the master of your own inner dialogue. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. The moment you begin to think like a wealthy person who is not rich in possessions but rich in spirit, wisdom, and resilience, you start to attract wealth on every level. It's a magnetic process. The law is simple yet profound. Like attracts like. When your mind is set on abundance, discipline, and positivity, your reality aligns to match it. But if your mind is clouded with doubt, fear, and scarcity, you will unknowingly repel the very opportunities that could elevate you. This is why the richest people are not necessarily those with the largest bank accounts, but those who control their minds with precision and clarity. You see, the battle for wealth is not fought in the marketplace alone. It is first fought in the chambers of your mind and heart. Your ability to regulate your emotions, to master your impulses, and to maintain focus amid chaos defines the boundaries of your success. Emotional discipline is the unseen currency of the truly wealthy. When disappointment knocks on your door, do you welcome it with bitterness, or do you greet it with curiosity and courage? When distraction tempts you away from your goals, can you summon the strength to stay the course? These questions are your compass, guiding you through the storm toward the island of lasting prosperity. Consider the metaphor of the sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Each choice, each habit, each moment of self-discipline carves away the excess until the masterpiece within you is revealed. This process is slow, sometimes painful, but always rewarding. The rich do not crave instant results because they understand that the deepest transformations require patience and persistence. They commit to daily rituals that elevate their minds and bodies: a morning walk, a journal entry, a focused hour of learning. These small, consistent acts compound over time, building a fortress of strength that can weather any storm. At the core of this transformation lies a deep-seated belief in your own worthiness. Without it, no amount of effort can sustain you. You must believe, with absolute conviction, that you deserve success, not because of arrogance, but because of your inherent human dignity. This belief fuels your motivation and shields you from the corrosive effects of envy and comparison. When you know your worth, you stop chasing the approval of others and begin to walk your own path with authenticity and grace. Positivity is the light that illuminates this path. It is not a naive denial of life's difficulties, but a fierce refusal to be defeated by them. Positivity empowers you to reframe obstacles as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as setups for greater comebacks. It is a powerful force that energizes your spirit and fuels your creativity. The richest people you know are often those who have faced the darkest nights with unwavering hope and emerged stronger and wiser on the other side. But remember, positivity without action is empty. It must be paired with relentless effort and unwavering discipline. It is in the fusion of thought and action that true wealth is born. You must not only believe in your potential, but also take deliberate steps each day to realize it. The world rewards those who show up consistently, who do the hard work even when no one is watching. This is the quiet, powerful secret behind every success story. As you cultivate this mindset, you begin to notice a profound shift in how you relate to others. Richness is not a solitary endeavor. It flourishes in community and connection. You become a source of inspiration and support for those around you, understanding that your growth is intertwined with theirs. Generosity becomes a natural extension of your abundance, not just in material terms, but in spirit, time, and kindness. The richer you become inside, the more you have to give. And giving, in turn, multiplies your wealth in ways money never could. This is the ultimate paradox of richness. By needing less, you gain more. By giving more, you receive more. By becoming more, you attract more. It is a cycle of abundance that begins with you and expands outward, touching every aspect of your life. When you embody this truth, you transcend the limitations of scarcity and enter into a state of perpetual growth and fulfillment. So stand tall in this moment. Commit to the lifelong work of enriching your mind, sharpening your discipline, embracing positivity, and nurturing meaningful relationships. Understand that every step you take toward becoming a better person is a step toward true wealth. Wealth that lasts beyond the fleeting pleasures of material success. Wealth that endures in your character, your impact, and your legacy. Rich is not about having much, it's about not needing much. It's about the strength to be content with less while striving for more. It's about the freedom to define success on your own terms. This is the profound power that lies within you, waiting to be awakened, harnessed, and lived. Claim it now. Claim your richness in thought, in action, in being. Because the world does not need more people chasing money, it needs more people mastering themselves. And in that mastery the true riches of life unfold. The deeper you go into this understanding, the more you realize that wealth is fundamentally a relationship with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. It begins with the relationship you cultivate within your own mind. Are you your own ally, your own champion, or are you your harshest critic, the jailer of your dreams? The wealthy mind is not just a repository of knowledge or skills. It is a sanctuary of peace and purpose. When your inner world is rich, the outer world naturally aligns with your vision. You wake up each day, not chasing the next paycheck, but pursuing meaning. You find joy not in the acquisition of things, but in the experience of growth. This internal richness is the foundation upon which all other forms of wealth are built. Change is not just about doing different things, it's about being different. The transformation you seek is a metamorphosis of identity. It requires shedding the old skins of limitation, doubt, and fear, and stepping into the bright, expansive skin of possibility and courage. You are not merely an observer in your life. You are the artist, the sculptor, the author of your story. Each thought you think, each action you take, chisels away the unnecessary and reveals the masterpiece beneath. This process demands honesty, brutal honesty with yourself, and humility, the willingness to learn and grow every day. There is no shortcut here. The path to richness is paved with small, deliberate steps taken consistently over time. Imagine your mind as a fertile field. The seeds you plant will determine your harvest. If you sow seeds of negativity, scarcity, and doubt, you will reap a crop of limitation and struggle. But if you sow seeds of hope, abundance, and faith, you will reap a bountiful harvest of opportunity and success. This is why mindset is everything. Rich people are not necessarily luckier or smarter. They simply choose to nurture thoughts that serve their goals and discard those that do not. They understand that every thought is a choice, and every choice moves them closer to or farther from the life they desire. Living positively is a daily commitment, a commitment to see beyond the temporary shadows and focus on the light that always exists, even in the darkest moments. It is the ability to find gratitude when life is hard, to find purpose in pain, and to find lessons in failure. Positivity is not about ignoring reality. It is about engaging with reality from a place of strength rather than fear. It is about taking ownership of your life story and deciding that you will write it with courage, passion, and resilience. When you live this way, you become unstoppable. The energy you radiate attracts the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances to support your growth. Being a better person every day is the ultimate form of wealth. It transcends money, status, and possessions. It is the richness of character that leaves a lasting impact long after material things fade. This journey is not about perfection, but progress. It's about showing up with intention, owning your mistakes, and striving to improve in every area: mind, body, heart, and spirit. It's about kindness when it's easier to be indifferent, generosity when you feel you have little to give, and integrity when no one is watching. This daily refinement of self creates a life of meaning and fulfillment that no external success can match. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, even the best intentions remain just that, intentions. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means mastering your impulses and choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. The rich understand that true freedom comes from this mastery, not from indulgence. They build habits that serve their highest goals and dismantle those that hold them back. This daily commitment to discipline is the engine that drives their transformation and sustains their success. Communication, too, is a vital tool on this journey. Not just how you speak to others, but how you speak to yourself. The stories you tell yourself shape your beliefs and actions. Speak words of encouragement, faith, and possibility. Replace self-doubt with self-respect. When you communicate with clarity and conviction, you not only inspire yourself, but also attract allies, mentors, and opportunities. Remember, your words have power. The power to create or destroy, to motivate or discourage. Use them wisely. As you continue to cultivate these qualities: attitude, mindset, discipline, communication, and positivity, you begin to embody the essence of true richness. This richness is not fleeting or superficial. It is a deep, abiding state of being that transforms every aspect of your life. It empowers you to face adversity with grace, to pursue your dreams with passion, and to live with a sense of purpose that transcends material wealth. You become a beacon of hope and possibility, in a world often clouded by fear and doubt. In this journey, remember the profound paradox that to have more, you must first need less. To be truly rich, you must learn to find contentment not in what you possess, but in who you are becoming. This does not mean settling for less or suppressing ambition. Rather, it means freeing yourself from the tyranny of craving and attachment. When you master this, you unlock a freedom that no external circumstance can take away. So rise with intention each day, commit to your growth, and walk the path of richness not measured by what you have, but by the strength of your character, the clarity of your mind, and the depth of your heart. Because true wealth is not about having much, it's about not needing much. And in this truth lies the key to a life of profound abundance and lasting fulfillment. As you stand firmly rooted in this understanding, you begin to see that the pursuit of wealth is not a destination, but a transformation, a continual becoming. It is a deliberate daily choice to refine your inner world until it shines so brightly that external circumstances cannot dim it. This transformation demands more than fleeting enthusiasm or surface-level changes. It calls for an unwavering commitment to yourself, your values, and your vision. To be rich is to embrace discomfort, to endure the grind, to choose growth when stagnation beckons. You will face moments when the weight of doubt presses upon your spirit, when the allure of shortcuts tempts you away from integrity. These are the tests that define your richness, for character is forged in the fires of challenge. In the crucible of change, patience becomes your closest ally. Understand that wealth, in any form, unfolds through consistent effort and faith over time. It is a slow burn, not a lightning strike. The seeds you plant today, habits of discipline, thoughts of abundance, acts of kindness, may seem invisible now, but their roots stretch deep into your future. Trust in this process. Be the gardener who waters quietly, knowing that a lush harvest is coming even when the soil appears barren. This trust in the unseen is the heartbeat of lasting success. Moreover, richness demands clarity of purpose. Without a clear why, the how becomes elusive. Define your vision with precision and passion. Know not only what you want, but why you want it. This clarity fuels resilience when the path grows steep. It becomes the North Star that guides your actions and decisions. When distractions arise, and they will, your purpose will steady you like an anchor, keeping you aligned with the life you are building. Purpose is the compass of the rich. It transforms work into meaning and struggle into growth. Yet richness is incomplete without generosity. The true wealthy understand that abundance multiplies when shared. Giving, whether of time, wisdom, or resources, is not depletion, but enrichment. It connects you to a greater flow, a cycle of reciprocity that transcends calculation. Generosity fosters relationships that nourish your soul and open doors that wealth alone cannot. It teaches humility and gratitude, reminding you that no success is solely yours. To be rich is to recognize your part in the tapestry of others' lives and to contribute to that tapestry with an open heart. In embracing these truths, you cultivate a mindset that sees opportunity where others see obstacle, that finds lessons in every failure, that remains steadfast amid uncertainty. This mindset is a fortress of the soul, a sanctuary where hope, courage, and wisdom dwell. It shields you from the corrosive effects of fear and doubt. It empowers you to act decisively, to dream boldly, and to persist relentlessly. Remember, wealth that depends on external things is fragile. Markets crash, fortunes fade, possessions deteriorate. But the wealth that springs from your character, your mindset, and your spirit is eternal. It cannot be stolen, lost, or diminished. This is the richest treasure, the inner freedom to live life on your terms, with peace, purpose, and passion. So, step forward now with conviction. Choose daily to nourish your mind, to strengthen your discipline, to speak words that empower, to live with positivity, and to grow as a person who not only accumulates wealth, but becomes wealth itself. The journey is long, the work is demanding, but the rewards, freedom, fulfillment, and true richness are beyond measure. Rich is not about having much, it's about not needing much. And in this realization, you find the key to unlocking a life of profound abundance and lasting joy.